All right, this is our last video, I do believe, on permutations and combinations. So a permutation is an arrangement of objects in which the order is important. So for example, like a baseball lineup, how many different ways can you put those people in order? Or if you wanted to have like class officers, they would have specific positions: president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. So those are permutations because the order matters. So let's look at an example. Consider the number of ways of permutations of the letters in the word dog. How many ways can you arrange all the letters? So I wrote down all the ways you can rearrange the word dog: D-O-G, D-G-O, G-O-D, G-D-O, O-D-G, O-G, O-D-G, O-G-D. So there's 6 ways you could rearrange the letters for dog, which wasn't hard to come up with, but if I asked you to reorder 15 things, that would take a lot more time. So the quicker way to do this is with factorial. So you just take the number of things you want to arrange and do that factorial. And just a reminder, factorial means that number times the number less than it times the number less than that. So 3 factorial is the same as 3 times 2 times 1. Or from there you can see there are 6 ways you can arrange the letters. On your calculator, which obviously this one would be really easy not to use a calculator for, but on a calculator for larger numbers, this is how you'll do it. You'll type the number, and then you'll go to math, over to PRB, and down to the 4th one, and press enter, and you get your answer. All right, you try this one. Okay, here is the formula for permutations, in which, so this is if you have a group, but you don't necessarily want to reorder the whole group. You just want to take a smaller group from the larger group. So the notation is written here. N is the total number in the group. P represents the permutation or orders. R is the smaller group you're choosing. And here's the formula that we'll use. So here's an example using the formula. A garage door has a keypad with 10 different digits. A sequence of 4 digits, typo, must be selected to open the door. How many keypad codes are possible? So there's 10 total options, but we're only choosing 4. So that means our N is 10 and our R is 4. So I just plug those into the formula. So when you type this into your calculator, 10 factorial divided by, and then I would just do 10 minus 4 is 6, so 6 factorial. So you get 5,040 ways to break the code. Now, occasionally your calculator will say overload, so I just want to make sure that you know how to do the problem if it does say overload, because factorials get very large very quickly. So basically what you'll do is you'll rewrite it as if you were going to do this manually. So 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 factorial. We're going to stop at 6 factorial because the denominator of this function is 6 factorial. 10 minus 4 is 6. So if you ever run into overload issues, you'll rewrite the numerator so that you can cancel out the denominator, and then you would just type in your calculator the part that remains. So that's 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, and you should get the same answer. Oops. All right, here is your you try. All right, then the second part of this video is about combinations. Combinations are very similar. You're still selecting a number of objects from a larger group, but this time the order doesn't matter. So like, let's say I say I'm going to select 5 kids from college math to go to the park with me. The order doesn't matter. I'm just grabbing a group of 5. So here's the formula we're going to use, and the notation is similar except for C is in the middle instead of P. So here's an example. You order a pizza at a restaurant. You can choose 3 toppings from a list of 12. So again, this is a combination because the order doesn't matter. You're just throwing the toppings on the pizza. So how many combinations are possible? We're just going to plug in 12 is our n. That's our total. 3 is the smaller group. So we just plug them right into the formula. So if you're going to type this one straight into your calculator, then you would do 12 factorial divided by, and then you want to put your denominator in parentheses. So 12 minus 3 is 9 factorial. Oops. And 3 factorial. And you get 220. Again, if you have overload issues, you can rewrite it like this. So 12 times 11 times 10. Stop at 9 factorial because that's what we'll be able to cancel out here. And then you would just type in 12 times 11 times 10 divided by 3 factorial. And you'll still get 220. All right, and here's the last U try. So there's 3 U tries in this video you should bring with you to class. And that's it.